Give it up.
You look nice. Who you wearing?
Thank you so much. Oh, I love that question. Well, good morning. I'm wearing DMC tailoring.
I like it.
In fact, let me show you the
Give
full
us a
import
360
of the 360 you gotta pay.
Oh wow.
Because you can those the back side you gotta pay.
Oh wow.
But look at the tassels.
It's shimmy. With tassels. It's so pretty. Oh no, shit. Wow. Giving us a bit of an idea of what.
Of what? Of what? If that's the idea, and it's in Pascal. That certainly cannot be the motion of the ocean.
I mean, sometimes you go outside.
No. They must revoke your practicing license.
Oh my God. It's like a forward and back motion, yeah, not side to side motion.
I am unaware of what all is going on over there. I am innocent, my lord.
Innocent, she says.
Innocent, my lord.
Is she really? Gang. Helen! How's your week been?
OMG. To be fair, this week has
gone quickly?
Has kind of gone quickly. Yesterday, I thought it was Wednesday. So I kept saying, tomorrow Thursday. And then somebody said, tomorrow's Friday. I said, whoo!
The Lord is good.
The Lord is good. Another tiring week in the bag. But of course, the weekend beckons. And unlike last week's sleep summit, this weekend
it's not a sleep summit.
It's not a sleep summit. There won't be as much rest and relaxation, but
why
it's
not?
all
What
good.
What is your plan for the week?
There are funerals in the pipeline, as we do on the weekends. Events coming up. I'm excited about an event where I get to learn about plants, how to take care of plants. We're gonna turn into plant moms. Yay! I've never taken care of a plant.
Are you serious?
Before, I don't think so.
Okay, I must actually confess that I am a horrible plant mom.
Okay.
I have gotten a lot of plants. And I have succeeded in killing a lot of them.
Oh.
But I'm doing better. I'm in rehab now, so I'm working towards becoming a better.
So wait, you don't water the plants?
I forget. And I put them out there. They're supposed to be self-sufficient now. Find your own water and sunshine.
From where?
Is that my problem?
Even the ones that are planted in the soil cry, we need to prune them and water listen.
So tomorrow is my rehab day. Tomorrow I'm gonna learn how to be a better
How many of the plants have survived for you to even have another go tomorrow?
Oh no, honestly, some of them are they don't need me. So those have grown well.
Because you have to actually talk to your plants. You're actually meant to, as you're taking care of them, talk to them, encourage them to grow.
The one I'm really sad about, I had some, the money bamboo ones. I bought like maybe 7 or 10.
You have killed the bamboo.
I've killed everyone.
The money killing.
But I'm gonna buy new money bamboo ones, and I'm gonna take good care of them. Apparently, I'm supposed to leave them in the sun, but I was leaving them in the living room where they weren't getting, and I was closing the windows all the time.
Okay.
And they weren't getting access to sunlight.
So they need sunshine
and water. That's it. Just put them in water, change the water every 2 weeks, and then give them sunshine.
Okay.
Even that one stuff I found how to do, but
that's why I haven't really embarked on this plant mama journey, because I'm still a baby girl.
Always at heart.
Even taking care of myself, that's a full-time job. Oh my goodness. You know what? Shout out to the moms and dads.
Honestly, because you
have to put somebody before yourself
at all times.
The tragedy, because who is the biggest star in my life if not for me?
See, that's how we're gonna learn, by being plant moms. Yeah. Then we will now grow to become. Okay, so I am a dog mom, but I'm my mother's dog's mom.
Oh, I'm a dog mom too. I'm actually a step dog mom.
Exactly. So I don't have direct responsibility over the dogs, so I'm able to call myself a dog mom without actually having to.
Oh, then you can't be a dog mom.
But are you a direct dog mom?
Yes, I'm a direct dog.
Are you the one that is in charge?
I'm their primary caregiver.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Co-caregiver.
I think you're a secondary caregiver.
How am I secondary caregiver? I'm the step dog mom, okay? When they have pain, it's me that they come to.
Are you sure?
When they need a shoulder to bark on, I'm the one. All right. That is there. Although, so there's 3. There's 3 of them, and one of them, I think she has received instructions from her former mother to ensure that
you. So
there's one that the 2 out of the 3 are well behaved, but I think one is still carrying on the vengeance of her mother. Say umpo. Sometimes I just want to look at it and say blue blue. Your mother is not here, but I am.
Thank you.
So welcome to a new
mama.
Welcome to a new dispensation, baby. Over here, we. Let me not even.
I'm your new mother.
I'm your new mama. The doctor said, I feel like she has bitten me how many times? Like 3 times?
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's carrying on the vengeance of her mother.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, mama, cry with Jai fights now. Baby, stop that. I need to have a serious word with her when I get back into and we started out really fine.
Until you realize you're the new mommy.
Until maybe she realized that sister, Monday we'll see her. Tuesday there she is. Wednesday back again. Thursday you again. Friday, oh man.
Also,
and then she realized that
now I need to make her life a living hell.
We are on a first name basis. No more hey cutie pie, hey baby. It's just
hello.
Stepmother to stepdog. We walk, she passes here, pass here. If it's time for food, she's fed and we go our separate ways. No cuddles for her.
No cuddles.
I think we've now understood our boundaries with each other. But the other 2, they're lovely and
they're lovely,
amazing.
Yeah?
I won't mention their names for security purposes.
Well, shout out to all those who are tuned in via the live stream. Welcome to Funky Friday. Woo-hoo. When we say alien, everything that comes into our mind, literally. And we're going to talk about being plant moms, because the ultimate plant mom is here. The one and only Ivy Enyonam. Hi, Ivy.
Hi, Jay. Hi.
I have a question for
Now wait,
Ivy. No, don't settle. The same way that dog didn't let me settle, but here we are still thriving.
We are.
So I'll get a day one day to talk about the lamentations of me and this dog. But anyway, I'm also going to ask AJ the same question. Before you even give us your greetings, you greet your MP and everybody and your assemblywoman and your constituency chairman and your favorite wache vendor. If you were a plant, what kind of plant would you be?
My name is Ivy.
Oh, you be poison ivy.
Dangerous. My
name is Ivy.
I love it.
I'm already a plant.
That is true.
That is true, though.
That is right. Do you embody the spirit of the poison ivy?
Yes, actually.
Ooh. What are its characteristics?
Ivy is known for loyalty and fidelity. So when they hold on to you,
they never let you go. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Well, everybody in your life agreed to this one.
My exes.
We love it.
Yeah.
Ivy, welcome. Plan to plug GH. And we have a very exciting event happening. But first off, tell me why plants?
Okay. So, like you were discussing, my mom loves plants.
Aww.
My mom believes that when you're sick, try the plants first.
Oh,
when
wow.
it doesn't work, then you go to the hospital.
Okay.
So I grew up around aloe vera, basils, like it was a thing. And so when I moved out and said I was a big girl, I didn't take it with me.
Okay.
I moved into a rented apartment and thought it didn't make sense to
bring plants
do
along.
that to someone's space. But I always felt like when I get my own house, I'll start again. But as life will have it, some 5 years ago, I got very sick. I developed, when all the trees went down in East Lagos, I developed a chronic allergy. A couple of allergies, actually, a series, including dogs.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
That's why I gave up my dog.
Oh, no. And you had one and you had to give it up.
Yeah, I had one for 2 years.
That is so sad.
And I wasn't sick until that. So Yes. So I had to give out the dog, but it made me want to know more. Of course, you guys know that I'm always looking for ways to do awesome things.
Yes.
And so I don't believe in being down. So I'm always looking for how to get back up.
Right.
So it made me want to know more. Apart from what the doctors were giving me, I just wanted to know more. So I Googled how to purify my space. And there came plants. Said NASA did a research when they were going to try and go into space. The question was, what if you get to space and there's no oxygen? So we have to be able to purify whatever air we meet in space. So they put plants in with carbon, fossil fuel, and a couple of other contaminated toxins, and left them in a room for a couple of hours, or 24 hours really, and came back and the air had been purified and it was all oxygen. So yes, I decided, let me try it.
Okay.
And before that, I always had like a lucky bamboo, and a pothos, which is also called devil's ivy. So ivy has a family of plants.
Okay.
And they are all wicked.
They are all creepy
Because
plants.
devil's ivy. And then you've got who again?
English ivy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they're not all wicked.
No.
Devil's ivy, poison
because
ivy.
it's English, they're not.
Okay.
they're not.
Okay. Contentious.
So, yes, but all ivy plants are creeping plants.
Okay.
So most creeping plants have one name plus ivy. Yes.
Okay.
So I started looking into it. I entered a friend's open market and got 7 plants. Snake plants, devil's ivy. I got all the plants I saw on the list of air purifying plants. But I realized quickly that apart from I'm not a scientist. I couldn't tell if they were really purifying my air like NASA said or not, but I realized quickly that I started to feel calmer. So now it wasn't just the scientific part, it was me actually seeing my stress levels drop. And if you have asthma or you know anyone who has asthma, apart from allergies, the next trigger is stress.
That is true.
So you're likely to have an asthmatic attack if you get upset. Like just someone upsetting you can trigger an asthmatic attack. So I realized quickly how my stress levels dropped, my anxiety dropped. I could not sleep in a room with the least noise. Like even if you drew the curtains, I would wake up. That's how bad it was. But now I sleep like a logo. Like
You sleep really
I sleep.
well.
Yeah.
I love that you mentioned the mental health angle. Is it still men's mental health
Yes. A few
awareness
months,
in the month
a
of
few more days left.
a
for
few
that,
more
yeah.
days left. So for we've been giving tips and tricks out on how we can all fortify our mental health. Would you say that it's something you would recommend to our men?
Totally.
Put some plants in your home and see your
Work
mood improve.
on them. Put your hand in the soil. You know, when we were kids and our parents used to deter us from putting our hands. You know, when you have kids and they put their hands in the
So why are you making
sand,
yourself so dirty?
Why are you making yourself dirty? They know what's in there. And I think that we all should pay attention. Once in a while, put your hand in soil. It's just really amazing. It's like you seeing something you put together come to life and bloom in your space. That's really what plants do, and it's fulfilling. So there's been research. For instance, there was research recently. What they did was to put 2 workers group. One group was asked to use a forest pathway, like green spaces, to work.
Right.
Just walk through the green spaces to get to the office. And the other parts used the concrete jungle. So they just saw buildings the whole day. And they checked their stress levels after a month. And those who were using the green space to get to work had really, like, clearly the lowest stress levels as compared to those who use the concrete jungle. So apart from their primary job, which is to purify your air, they actually are supposed to relax you.
Relax you, reduce your stress. If you're listening today and you are going through a tough time, go and find a plant or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6
That's
or
why
7.
I
And I'm
ended up with
counting on
500
because I was going to ask you how many plants do you...
500.
500.
And can you keep? Is it easy to keep?
Yeah, it's easy. It's like planning your life, really. You need a schedule. What I do is, so I've separated them. I've segmented them. I have indoor plants. I have about 150. Last time I checked,
wow,
indoors. So my living room, you've been there.
Yeah. So, it's basically an indoor jungle.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have that, and then I have the outdoors. Now the outdoors is easy because you just take the water hose and you water them 2-3 times a week.
Okay.
The indoor plants, because they are indoors, they do not get exposed to as much wind and sun. So they take longer for the soil to dry out. So you water them like once a week. Some can do without water for up to a month.
Okay.
So you just
that's the one you need to give to AJ.
Yes. You just need to find the one that works for you. So when people come to me and say, I want a simple plant, I ask them, what's your schedule like? Are you an over-caring person? If you're an over-caring person, you're likely to want to water the plant every day, because 1 minute you're checking, the next minute you go back. If you are likely to forget about it, I'll tell you to go for a cactus and then just...
You'll be surprised. I know somebody that has killed about 4 cactus plants. The ones that you don't even have to,
because you water it. So you need to know the plant that works for you.
Okay.
If you're a busy person and you travel a lot, but you want plant, I'll say take a cactus or a succulent. Succulents are like aloe vera.
Okay.
Yes. So take that, put it in your space. They store water in their leaves.
As well as succulent.
Yes, succulent. That's where the word
elegant.
Oh, that's where the word comes from. So this lady doing is succulent. She's full of full of the right fluids.
So
in fact, on that note, let's go for this song. Which embodies succulents? Caesar's Arabaloso.
Appiah-Ampofo in the mix.
Is that point?
Bottom power won't so me my bye. So far, so good. Excellent, succulent.
Elegant. Is it succulent? Elegant, romantic.
Fantastic.
Oh, I'm seeing a beautiful plant on the
Is
screen.
this a succulent?
yes.
Oh, okay.
So you see, they look like flowers.
They
but
do. They're very
do not require
pretty.
as much water as flowers.
Okay, so is it the case that it almost reminds me of aloe vera, like short aloe vera? If you slice into it, what will come out?
Water.
Oh, just like AJ.
Oh.
That was a good one.
Slice into it. It's your brain. Okay. And it comes in this nice different shade of green and pink.
Oh,
And
I think I should get succulents. Elegant.
Yeah, I think-
romantic. Okay. Now, too many times people feel as if they don't planting seems so tedious, getting your hands dirty, doing all of that. How, and I know you've come up with a great concept in which people can be able to connect with the environment and do that as well. How can people really get into nature and make it fun?
One of the things that worked for me was music. If you know me, you know I like a good time. So I like to party.
Yeah.
So a good day with me in the garden is me sipping on some cocktails or tea. I like it. And then playing some nice music in the background. Like you get your gloves. Sometimes you don't want the gloves. We are not kids. After that, go and wash your hand, please. So you get your gloves, and whilst you're just... I spend the whole day doing that and I don't feel tired. You know, if you were in the office the whole day, you'd feel exhausted from you wouldn't even notice the time go. So that's why I thought, okay, if this worked for me, then it must work for, and thankfully I've done it with over 300 people. I mean, this is our 3rd edition, and everybody seems to come back with some. And when I was doing it, I didn't realize that the time had gone so fast. I didn't realize. Yeah, you literally just what do you call it? Swim or
so you get lost in it. So for people who participate in these events and these workshops, what exactly are they doing? They're pruning. They're being taught how to care for the plants. I'm guessing there's some music in the background. The ambience is just as if you were in your plant office, as it were, all day, not feeling any pain, connecting with nature. And
you forget
also,
about all your worries, like really, all the things that stresses you out, all the things. You know, sometimes it's really overthinking that's making you tired.
That's right.
You know, and you need to focus on the plant because it's fragile and you're taking care of it. So it takes your mind off all the other things that are eating you up, and now you have to focus on one thing. So what we do at Sip and Soil is we give you a pot, a plain pot, and we give you a brush, and we give you paint.
Okay.
Your job is to paint the pot to look any way you want. If you can't draw, we don't discriminate. We give you an artist to draw, and then you just trace.
Okay.
You know, so you do that. And that art is also another form of relaxation. So it's just us trying to combine all the things that are fun and relaxing to make you understand how easy it is to and how fun it can be to take care of plants. So you finish painting your pot, and then we have soil and we have plants.
Okay.
And we have volunteers, so there's a volunteer on each table, and we teach you how to literally mix the soil, put the soil in the pot, put the plant in it, and we teach you how to care for that particular plant that you've been given. What we're doing this time around is to also teach you how to multiply the plants. For instance, did you know that with aloe vera or the succulent you posted, if you picked one leaf from it and you dropped it in the soil, you can get a whole new plant.
Okay. That's simply what you have to do?
Yes. So for most plants, especially succulents, it's just one leaf. Or a cactus, it's just one leaf. And you just put it in another pot of soil and you can get a new plant.
Wow.
I like that. And permit me to, AJ, to put 3FM on the table.
Please.
Because Ivy walked in and noticed not so real plants. These are plants, they are AI. And had a very important note about plastic and then heat as well. Yes. We know that a lot is being said at the moment about our contribution to global warming, how we can all get involved to fortify this planet that we have. We only get one chance, and by all accounts, we're not doing so well in taking care of it. Talk to us about that. What really is the issue with having plastic? At least we have the ACs on all the time, so we don't really have that issue. But if it were a hot room or there was a lot of heat, why would that be detrimental to our health?
So you're basically doing what the fossil fuel does to your system. It's plastic is fuel, right? And it's petroleum. It's a petroleum product. So what happens when you burn fuel?
Okay.
It emits smoke. It emits chemicals. That is literally why we are saying plant more trees to purify that. So if you leave that much plastic in your space, and you shut the door, and you're a 9 to 5, and you go to work, you stay there, you've shut all your windows, there's no air. These days too, we don't even do louver blades.
It's
all sliding. So you come back home, you're exhausted, but your room is already filled with heat and plastic. That's why you don't leave a bottle of water in your car. Do you understand?
Right.
So it's the same concept of touching heat or bringing heat and plastic into contact.
Wait, so just by the small virtue that you've got a plastic plant, a plastic ornaments, and you're in the office, and you are really just inhaling the chemicals that are emitted.
Because what's pure? You've locked the doors. What's cleaning the air? Because carbon dioxide, you're supposed to clean the carbon. That's why you go out for fresh air. So if you you are better off not having plastic in your room. At least the oxygen will be preserved.
Yeah.
But
once
you have that and you've locked all your doors and you have heat, you're coming back to sleep in that. Not to scare you, but it's scary.
Oh, we are scared.
I am very scared because my house there, I like palms, and then because I felt like I was killing all the plants around me, I just kept buying plastics. And it's cute, but then I'm realizing it's
so your nose
could be detrimental to
your nose is always blocked.
So do you support the agenda then, as the president has indicated, that we have to do away with the plastics that we're eating out of? Not only is it harmful to us, you've let us know that the heat combines with the plastic, the takeaway pack, and we're ingesting it. I know all of us sitting here probably have some microplastics inside. We already do inside of us. And also the fact that it just doesn't decompose in the way that it should. It stays. Every toothbrush, in fact, ever made on this planet is probably still here on this earth with us.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. After 400 years, you go and it'll still, be there.
My favorite of all time is just chewing sponge.
You use chewing sponge?
I like it rough. I have a toothbrush, but chewing sponge. So I always get the question, what did you do to your dentals? How do you have such... Please, my grandma, chewing sponge. It was a thing. Like, she would beat you if you don't chew the sponge. But I grow up now and I realize that made so much sense. Look at how our people used to live. I think we should just find ways to refine them or modernize them. But I don't think we should throw them away. I mean, my grandma was very experimental. So, for instance, charcoal and plantain. I've used it to clean my teeth before. It whitens your teeth.
Well, now the white man has repackaged it for us nicely. Or say my charcoal toothpaste. But originally we were already here doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
Brushing with the charcoal, with the plantain, whitening our teeth.
Yes. So we need to find ways to, modernize it. Obviously, hygiene is also important. So you need to make sure that whatever you're using, even though it's natural, it should be clean.
Right.
But I think we should go back to, like, when I get to the washi seller and she doesn't have that habaya, then my heart.
Sometimes they even get angry with you if you ask, or if you bring your own bowl, maybe a ceramic or glass. They actually get a bit angry with you.
Yes.
Like, why have you brought your bowl here? And sometimes they just assume, they look at you, what's your office wear? Pack. Am I pack? No, please. I brought my own bowl. Or please use leaves for me. I hope that campaign really catches on, because I don't think we're doing right by
that's why I'm excited.
the planet.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited about the government giving away free plants.
Okay.
So I went there actually to try and experience it. It was a hassle-free process.
Were there a lot of people there?
No.
Ghanaians, you don't like the plants.
Thankfully, after the video, I've had a lot of good feedback.
Okay.
It went viral. People have gone there. People have sent me a message. Some of them got greedy and went for more. No one is checking, really.
Oh.
So you can go for it. But when you walk in, you are given 5 choices. So they have a list and you choose out of 5
which
out
one
of
you
that.
want.
And they give you 5 different plants.
Oh, wow.
And they're all fruit trees.
Oh, amazing.
What an exciting
and the
initiative.
thing I noticed about our side of the world is most ornamental plants they're toxic because their real job is to just extract the toxins from the air and give you oxygen or purify your oxygen. So they are poisonous. But what I realized with most of our native plants is they do both. Yes, I was sitting with a doctor recently who told me about how tubers can extract the lead from our soil, from stuff that we say.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, okay, but I also know an ornamental tuber. So if the lead is going to have the tuber in it, can we go for the ornamental? Because I feel like we focused a lot on agriculture, but the truth is, to be able to get good crop yield, you need lesser toxins in the air. So can the ornamentals do those jobs that they were put on earth to do that the plant focuses on giving you bigger produce without you using fertilizer
and all that.
And these leaves, you just put them back in your soil and they give you more soil.
It's amazing.
They turn into compost. So
I remember when we went on our TV3 expedition, we stopped in somewhere in Kesa and did a donation. Tree planting. So the Forestry Commission made us all do some tree planting with there's a particular plant, I can't remember. They like waterlogged areas, and they actually do 3 times the job of purifying the air than other plants.
Yes.
I need to remember what the plant's name is, but they basically stay in the water and then they do a lot more purification. So they have they are grown at the Ramsar sites.
Oh, I see.
I remember them.
They are grasses, right?
Yeah. And then they grow around the Ramsar sites, and they do 3 times or 6 times the amount of purification that the regular plants do. So we planted some to offset our carbon emissions going around the region, but it's something that we need to do a lot more of, honestly, a lot more of.
And as long as we have more cars on the road, as long as we're burning everything, as long as we're using more plastic, we need more trees to purify them, because it will take a while for Ghanaians to understand that no plastic.
Yeah.
But I think planting a tree is easy. And having plants in your space is easy.
Yeah.
I think we should start from there.
Now, you like to combine a bit of music as you are pruning and taking care of your plants, and that's something that's going to be replicated. That's just tomorrow at Sip and Soil. Good music. Why is that important for there to also be that element of, music?
So I thought to myself, that before I got into this plant business, I was in marketing communications for about 14 years. And from experience, I noticed that campaigns that had an element of entertainment yielded more results, yielded better results. And when you're trying to change someone's behavior, I don't believe you take a cane and lash them. Tell them stop, else I'll beat you.
Although we need it. We need it.
We need it, but we are stubborn.
Right.
I mean, we are stubborn. But if you went and appealed to their conscience in fun ways, you're more likely to gradually change their behavior. So I thought Ghanaians like jamming. So let me say, come for a jam session. Then when you come, then I'll plug it in that ticket plans. Yes. And I have people who attended last year's event who now own up to about 10 plants.
Okay.
So it did work. So I think that knowing how Ghanaians like to party, maybe we should stop the conferences and the seminars and the plenty talk and have a party.
I like that. You say that's a more creative, more fun way to actually assimilate whatever information it is.
Because when you
that
come,
you're
we're
looking
going to have
for.
discussions like this. We have a panel discussion while you're painting, and we're talking about the environment. We're talking about soil rejuvenation. We're talking about women empowerment. We're talking about all the serious issues in the most relaxed atmosphere.
I like that.
So that's really what Sip and Soil and
It's
the
all
Plants
about.
Club stands for.
When you talk to your plants, what do you tell the plants?
We have very good conversations.
Oh, they also reply.
Yes.
Hey.
They reply by blooming and giving me more leaves.
Ivy, I don't know where you're going. Then I critical. The plant is talking to you.
Let me tell
the
you.
best I found him.
Let me tell you a story. Actually, the plant plug idea came to me while I was working on plants.
As in, one of the
Sip and soil.
one of the plants whispered to you. Let me tell you something.
Literally.
Let me tell you something.
For the past 3 years, every cool thing you have seen me do came to me whilst I was watering my plant or pruning it or repotting a plant. I'm not going to kid you. And I have so many ideas. I'm just waiting for money, but you will see it soon.
I like it.
Yes.
This is why we're told to actually have conversations with the plants, because you might get some inspiration.
People
Thank
believe,
you.
and I did my research because I felt like Ghanaians are superstitious. Let me see what the rest of the world thinks about it. Asia is very big on plant spirituality.
What does that mean?
It means you believe that some plants protect you.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
There's a plant in Ghana here called Taimiu.
Taimiu.
What Taimiu?
Oh.
Yes. And most people, like, I gave out one to a friend on someone on Instagram, and a friend called me and said, "You just gave out a protective plant. Why would you do that? You need it too in your space." I said, "I have a lot." And she said, no, you don't understand. This plant is very powerful. Like,
What does it do?
It is. You put it at your door and it waters.
Your enemies will be falling one by one.
I need some of that in my life.
About 5 quickly. I have some strategic places that I must
I
put these plants.
And I went online and I said protective plants, and I googled it, and there's something called feng shui. You know feng shui? In Asia,
Okay.
I believe there's specific plants that are good luck plants and protective plants. Lucky bamboo is one of them. That's why you have the name Lucky Bamboo.
Right.
Money plant is one of them. What we call devil's ivy is also called money plant. Jade plant is one of them. And so I dug deeper and saw that actually basil in India, they put it at their door because they believe that it waters spirit. I'm not very spiritual, but I don't see how people who live on the opposite sides of the world can believe that plants can protect you, and there's no iota of truth in there. I don't see how that is possible.
Something.
So yes, I have conversations with them. There was this time I brought a new plant home, and I was talking to her. Hair. I call most of my plants hair. I'm feminine biased. And I was talking to her, and I said, "Look, this is your home now. You need to grow. You need to do well here. Over here, we don't die. We grow." And we had, and my friend did a video. So 2 days ago, she sends me the video and says, "You remember this video where you were talking to your plants and I was laughing at you? If you see that plant now, it's literally trailing.
It's flourishing.
Yeah. And sometimes when they are dying on me, Charlie, I go and I appeal. I'm like, yo, fam.
You can't die. You can't come here and die. No, we don't do that.
Interesting.
So, yes, I believe that. Yes, I talk to my plants.
If I had one of those money bag tree.
Money plants.
Money plants.
Money
Every morning
bag.
say, "Hey, this is your last warning.
Cash out.
Cash out to ring a bell
You can't
around
bully
it."
the plant into giving you money. though.
Okay, I have to be more measured. And can I before I leave, if I don't
Money
open my eyes.
Money in my
Say
pocket.
before I open my eyes, thousands of this in my
people
pocket.
people believe that if you put a bay leaf, one leaf of bay leaf in your wallet will never run dry.
Hey, I need to find Bailey
There are
today.
beliefs about how plants
Really?
but I have just, and those are beliefs. I have one belief in my susu. It's yet to be in my susu box. It hasn't gone empty. I don't know if that's why, but I put the money there. But I feel like there has to be a very deep connection between us and plants that we need to explore more. And the answers are there.
I love that, and I love this conversation. We're talking about how to become good plant parents,
Better plant
why
parents.
it's important for us to preserve nature, If you're in the office and you have a plastic plant or two, maybe substitute that. Note to self. Maybe we can also even think about putting some real plants. I mean, in a studio like this, though, what would you recommend?
Good question. So I get a lot of, my room is dark. What plants work there? Please, no plant works in a dark room. What we do, what you can do for a low budget version is create some sort of a greenhouse. If you have plants, don't get one plant. You start with one, but you have to get like two.
So that they can talk to each other when you go to work.
This companionship. So
like the way I don't like
them far
getting
away
dogs
from each
one
other.
Only one dog. I want
more than
at least two. Yeah.
Don't put them far away from each other.
Oh, close by.
There's something called humidity, and in the forests, plants are not far off each other.
Right.
They are usually in the same space, as if they are fighting for the same land, but they're not. It keeps them moist. It keeps them together. Even in the forest, recent research has shown that plants talk to each other. So if there is a pest outbreak, they communicate through their roots and tell the next plant that I'm sick, so protect yourself so that you don't get sick. And they develop chemicals too. So try as much as possible to keep your plants close together. That means you can have a nice canal like this. Put your plants there. Get like a lamp on top of them. If you're not a very lit person, you don't like lights in there, get one of those cute lamps, LED lights, and then just have it right on top of them, and they would be fine. Another very important thing is soil. When you buy a plant from the roadside, it was meant to be outside. So the soil quality is for outside. Once you're bringing it inside, you need to change the soil.
Okay.
That's why you've been killing your pounds.
That's probably why.
So you've bought this plant, it comes in a pot, the soil, but you come home, you have to change that soil?
Because they grew the plants outside. So they used black soil. When you're bringing it inside, when you're outside, there's wind, there's movement, there's light, so much light that the plant is fine. When you're bringing her inside, you're changing her environment. So you need her to adapt to the new environment. Now to do that, you need a lighter soil. Black soil is heavy. Water stays around it longer. It causes root rot. Root rot is when you see that it looks mushy and nasty. Yes, the roots look. That's how you kill most of your plants. But if you're bringing it inside, you need, we call them substrates. You need other substrates like cocoa pits. Cocoa pits is coconut husk.
Okay.
Yes. So when you go to plant shops, they have the different things or substrates that you need to mix. One of the easiest to get, I would say, is charcoal. So go to your local charcoal seller, Asieno.
That's why you see, I've seen gone to people's homes and the flower pots, I'm seeing charcoal in there, and I'm thinking, what's the purpose?
So it aerates the soil.
Okay.
When you're in the forest, trees fall down, leaves fall down. It's never just black soil. They
become part of the compost,
and then gradually decompose into the soil and serve as fertilizer. So you want to put a little bit of maybe go to your local poultry farmer, get small of when they sweep the sawdust from that's chicken poo. Yes,
mix
just
it with
a
the soil.
little. Too much can be, too much of everything is bad. So with that, you need just a little. But if you take your black soil, 1 part black soil, similar parts charcoal, put it together, add a little bit of your chicken poop, and then mix it up. We have perlites, we have vermiculites, depending on the plants, it varies, but these ones are the commonest you can find. Charcoal, cocoa pits, and mix it up, 1 part each. Depending on the plant, if it's a cactus, you can even add rocks because cactuses grow in sand.
That's right. I hope you guys have taken your pens and your papers out and you are really taking down these notes. I mean, this is a free lesson 101 in
They never tell you that. They want you to come back. So, Madam Fasha pots no mame, okay. And they just put a black soil in the pot for you, and then you take it home, and then
you start beating yourself up, thinking that you are just not, getting it.
And it's always better for the soil to be lighter. It's better for the soil to dry out completely before you water. You are more likely to revive the plant that way. But if the plant cannot breathe, air is very important. So that's right. That's why you need the soil to be as light as possible.
That's why you say overlog it with the water. The plant will not be able to breathe.
No.
Right.
If it's we in Ghana, we haven't paid a lot of attention to our topsoil. When you were in school, we did this soil, and then we haven't paid attention to our topsoil, so we've lost a lot of our topsoil. So the black soil we have right now is really clay, and clay is compact. So when you put your plants in clay, where is the air coming from? So you realize that when you water the plants, you don't see bubbles on top. When you water your plants and you don't see bubbles on top, it means there's no air in there.
Got it.
Hey, Charlie.
Tips, Papa.
It's not easy at all.
It's not a joke.
I've been following Ivy's journey for quite a number of years now to see how your love for the environment, for nature, for plants has evolved is incredible. And you're always learning, you're always researching. And I love that you've created this niche for yourself where when you think plants, you think Ivy. Enyonam, you're the go-to person. And it's important for us to all, channel our passions in a constructive way. You know something, you're passionate about it, hone it so that you are the go-to person and you're always providing that much needed knowledge. When Ivy says she's passionate about the planet, she really is. And I'm always learning something new. I'm always inspired to do better by, the environment and my own wellness. Yes. So we're very grateful. And I know tomorrow is going to be exciting because we will go and learn the tips.
Tomorrow, I'm there.
And then bring those tips
I'm
back.
Gonna be there.
Expect to walk into our 3FM studios and see a jungle.
Charlie.
We even put waterfall here.
Thank you.
Let me say, since you're mentioning waterfall, there are plants that can grow in just water. So if again, for people who don't want to think about watering plants all the time, the plants can be in the same water for up to 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow.
What it does is to reduce.
Okay.
Unless there is a root rot, then you have to change the water. Also, another very important tip, please. Our pipes are full of chemicals. And we all know why. It comes back to galamsey.
Okay.
So when you use those chemical water or that much pipe water to water your plants, it could also be the reason you're killing
and the plants never non pure.
No, chemical.
This thing is expensive.
No, so save rainwater.
Okay.
Save rainwater.
Okay.
If you must use the tap water, fetch it. Let it sit for a while, like 24 hours to 48 hours before you use that water to water, especially your indoor plants. Outdoor plants are able to,
they stand a lot more.
They are hustlers. But indoor plants,
they are baby, they are princess.
You've taken me out of my comfort space. So take better care of me.
That's a message sometimes you tell the men. I was my somewhere.
Thank you.
You have brought me here and you are not taking care of me. I love this analogy.
The plants get us.
See how you took it.
I've connected the dots right now. I think that will bring it home to some of our listeners. Don't go and bring me from my father's house.
Thank you.
And be doing me anyhow. I like that.
But Ivy, let me come to tomorrow's event. Where is it happening and how can we all be a part of it?
So it's happening at the number 19 restaurant. It's not too far from here. It's at airport.
Yes.
It's not too far from Yahoo Clinic. You get there, say, for 12. We have an art exhibition. We commissioned women in the arts to come up with visual representation of how they feel about how we've degraded our environment. So there's a very beautiful art, for instance, from Padiki Arts. Shout outs to her, amazing
I love
woman.
Padiki,
very big art. saying Stop Galamsey and putting all our structures together in one art is really beautiful. There's art from Ayoko, fantastic. There's one from Ruby. There's one from Oye. So we just wanted to use women to tell the story of Stop Galamsey, ban plastic, plant more trees, put plants in your space. That's what you see when you walk in. And then you get a foot and a neck massage to calm you down.
Wait, what?
Yes.
I'm coming for the
Remember,
balloon.
the goal for this is not just for you to take a plant home. It's also for you to relax. And it's for your mental health. So
Oh my God.
you can't miss it. So a neck and a foot massage to relax you. And then we give you a welcome drink. Yes. And then you sit down, we give you the pots, the pots, the brush, the paint, and you start. And then if you don't know how to draw, we have people there who will help you. You draw your pot nicely whilst we have the environmental conversations. We also have a couple living the life. They grow their own food.
In fact, I follow them
They're
on the
called
socials.
Living sustainably.
Yes.
Yes. They've cancelled plastic from their space almost totally. They do their own, up to even apple cider vinegar, pineapple vinegar. They do all that at home by themselves.
I see they have a lot of plants. I mean, all their produce,
Food,
it's
almost
from their
all
backyard.
Food is from their backyard. So we're going to talk to them also to see how they do it and learn from each other. And then we go to the plant workshop. And then after that, Susan August and her adopted band
Amazing.
will give us mad live band jams.
Another favor of ours. Shout out to Susan. I expected to see her here today, but I understand. So, both shows rough. Back to back to back to back.
Why you busy? Why you busy? Cash in a bird.
It's flowing. It's flowing.
So she has to go to the studios as well.
That is exciting.
Shout out to Susan. Hey, bestie.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Ghana women are doing a lot of exciting things, and you're always looking for something different to do. Here it is.
Just think about Sip and Soul tomorrow as your getaway in the city. Just come and relax.
I love that.
I love that.
So how can people be a part of it? What's the rate? And
so you
where
can
to book?
follow at Plant Plug GH, at the Plant Plug GH on all social media platforms. We are also selling the tickets on Hustle Sasa. So you can do Plant Plug / Hustle Sasa to buy your ticket. The ticket is going for $4.99 because obviously your drink is free. The plants, you get the plants, the massage, all of that.
Lord.
You need it.
It's a foot and neck for me, man.
And it's a massage by an all-women spa.
Ooh,
so the women are going to
okay.
get extra treatment.
Now, are the men allowed to be there?
Yeah, by another focus.
We like that. So the men can come.
Ivy,
Pay for the women to enjoy.
Thank you. Okay.
We love that. Something to look forward to tomorrow. But for us, our main focus was talking about the environment and also seeing out men's mental health in style. I think that we have done an all right job of highlighting it this month. I know the men always complain that we don't give them prominence, but these are all things that you and I can do to fortify our mental health and also highlight the wonderful things that are happening in the capital and beyond. So Ivy, thank you.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
This was really fun.
And informative. I've learned so many things.
I had no idea. So I am the reason. I've been killing the plants. It's me.
It's also the soil.
No. I should have known these things. I should have researched.
Well, you didn't follow Plants Mama on the socials. If you do, you'll know what to do.
I will not be back. I'm really excited about the chance to learn a lot more, especially the plant workshop, the foot and neck massage. Oh my God.
Sounds heavy. All right, now I'm feeling the tension from the week.
It's like my body is just...
But I'm excited that we can also attempt to turn our space more green.
Yes.
It's an agenda that we are
When
on.
you guys are ready.
Oh, you did it. We want to come to work and then, breathing some good air. The stress can be a lot. And I think that will change the environment, the working environment here. So we look forward to it.
Thank you for having me.
And
you can also call 050,000 2624 for your tickets.
050,000
2624.
050,000 2624. And of course, reminding you, tomorrow, Sip and Soil is happening. The very amazing third edition of an amazing movement that allows you to get one with nature. We're talking foot and neck massage.
Why, AJ, it's been a long time since somebody touched your neck.
Since I was touching.
Sorry, so please, your line is not clear.
I need to open my chakras. And I'm just saying. I mean, it's not just the neck that hasn't been touched, but let's keep it going. Anywho, I mean the foot as well. I mean it's a foot and neck massage.
I can't even relate. I had a nice little foot massage yesterday, so yes.
Some people have been they've had their neck massage.
Your line is not clear. Your line is
their back massage, their foot massage.
It's my neck.
And my back.
Wow. I cannot.
Anywho, for some of us who haven't been touched, their necks, I mean.
Commiseration.
It's funny. You used to hate me for that.
Really?
Yeah, look at you now.
Wow, your line is not clear still. That's crazy. That's crazy.
She can't hear you. She can't.
Yeah. Happy to see it. Happy to see it.
Hey, people are glowing.
Glowing.
We'll get our glow on tomorrow.
My dear, cool down.
If you're single, come Sip and Soil.
I know, right?
Very
Because
soon.
You just might meet someone. You just might meet someone.
And
You plant people are known to take good care.
I was going to say, they're the sort of people that are unique, quite different. You can call them quirky, equally conscious, so you know that they have a good moral compass. If I were looking for a partner, that's exactly the sort of place that I would go.
That's why I am also a plant mom. Leave it there. Leave it there.
No comment.
Marketing. That's a nice strategy, though.
Slip that in. Anywho, what's happening tomorrow at number 19 restaurant in Airport Residential? If you are looking for a great place to unwind, to relax, to calm down, and most importantly, think of how to beautify and mostly make your space better, you need to be at Sip and Soil. Please call 50,000 2624 050,000 2624 to make reservations and be there. Performances from Susan August. We have our foot and neck massage, our welcome drink, the plant workshops, an opportunity to actually paint your own personalized pot. We'll do some plant selection and all the excitement that comes with it and have conversations about it. It's literally going to be so calming and so exciting. Give us a call now. Go on social media at The Plant Plug and get all the details on how you can be a better plant mom or dad.
GH.
At The Plant Plug GH. All right. And that's all you need to know. We'll be there. Me and Helen will be there. We're definitely going to be there. We're going to be there.
So
We are the 3FM ambassadors, plant ambassadors.
Say it again.
You're the third bag. She's not coming alone.
Oh.
Hey, your line is not clear. Whoa. Agent, play music.
Wow. I'm gonna.
You come out.
This is very sad.
Who knows? You might just find one plant poppy.
It's hard.
One plant daddy.
I like the plant daddy.
Plant daddies are nice.
The plant daddies, they have good characteristics.
Very.
Oh yeah.
Very romantic.
Okay, as a plant mama, I need to find a plant daddy.
You need to introduce AJ to a plant daddy.
No, I'm not a parent. She has to find one.
Oh, maybe you can make a recommendation.
No. As the plant plug, you must.
No, but you were just advocating for plant daddies.
So you can't just leave us hanging.
Fishes in the sea.
No.
The
girl, I'm saying the fish no more swimming.
Thank you. We are not finding them.
Go to Malta then. That's my hometown. Plenty fish day.
We'll come back to this topic. But I mean, thank you so much for coming through. Always a pleasure. What's your favorite song before we wrap it up?
My favorite song
That you're jamming to right now?
It's A War by Susan August.
Oh.
A War by that's a new one.
No, it's one of the old ones.
One of the old
new
ones.
ones. Yeah, you hear it from next month.
Okay, that's when that EP
there's
comes
one
out.
in it that you would like.
Oh,
There's one for the
you
couple.
don't say.
Yeah.
Okay.
A War by
Okay.
Susan August.
How do you spell that?
AWO.
O. That's it. AW.
Yes,
Okay.
AWO.
Okay.
Let's find it.
Yay.
Let's find it. We're not finding it, but we'll find it. We'll come back to it. Okay, until I find it, I'm gonna play what is coming up, and then we'll get into more right here on 3 Lounge.